In this video, I'll be doing the Act 3 of the Natlan Icon Quest, which has just come out. All names are noble, beyond the smoke and mirrors. Also, there's a story quest apparently. That's the Tribal Chronicles for Xilonen. I just need to wait 2 days. Which I can just do with the clock quite easily. I'm quite interested to see what will happen next.
If you're not sure what things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately, there are more and more commissions from the Adventurers Guild and they're all related to the Abyss. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
Go to the Adventurers Guild. Going to see Catherine, I guess.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
Who's that?
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Oh, that's interesting.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to faster response time.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information, rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
I don't think it will.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
I don't think we will be able to relax. But the threat of the Abyss is still far from over. But the less work we take, the less we'll earn.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope that the day of peace will come soon. Kachina. Why isn't she talking? Why doesn't she have voice lines? Is that Patchsoka and Paimon? Hello, hello!
Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Why doesn't she have voice lines? What's going on?
Oh, hey, Kachina!
I want to Hey, Kachina. I don't understand why she doesn't have voice lines. It's like they had this with Argenti in the Penacony quest as well in Star Rail. Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. Don't push yourself too hard. I don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so hard, I've got to do my part too. Oh, by the way, Xilonen told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she is all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Xilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Xilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work with you. She wants to give your name her full attention. Then we should properly thank her when we meet. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for you now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go to see Xilonen together? She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. You're the future of your tribe. Ah! On second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump into and hide for a while. Beyond the smoke and mirrors. That's kinda sad that Kachina doesn't have voice lines. I think it's probably because of the strike thing. Going to the Children of Echoes. Hopefully the other characters have voice lines. Oh, there's Xilonen. Xilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worth a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young,
Okay,
and yet
good.
you've already got quite the reputation.
She does have voice lines. That's good.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natlan not too long ago.
I really like this music.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders.
Huh? You're saying the Pyroarchon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things.
Can she not make an ancient name for us?
Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But, just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
So she can't.
Impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt. Yeah, I saw countless feats recorded in their adventurer's handbook. It felt like they could do anything.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
I've also done some stuff in Natlan.
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone, yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Why do I feel like this has happened before? I think the last time, Xilonen just ended up running dozens of laps around the hills nearby.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other. Yeah, let's see if we can find some special way to pull this off. If you really can't make it work, I'm sure we can still go back and talk to the Pyro Archon, right?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the Traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Citlali.
Granny Citlali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Huh?
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
But she's probably not going to want to help us since we broke her stone. Oh, let's ask Kanich to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her.
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
Yeah, he'll probably make it worse.
Alright, Kanich is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say.
Great, then I'll go contact him right now.
Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the statue of the Seven Leader.
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the meantime.
Go and meet up with Kachina at the agreed location. Kanich makes his way over after some time. We meet a... Oh no, Kanich doesn't have voice lines either. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Master of the Night Wind and convince Citlali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Mulani said a ton of knowledge and memories suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Xilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Ororon, and he also hails from the Masters of the Night Wind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Citlali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Citlali knows him too?
That's right. Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Night Wind, and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh?
Given how the Masters of the Night Wind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if they consider him the odd one, he's got to be pretty far out there.
That's right. So, in that sense, Ororon and Citlali actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well.
Huh. Makes sense. But Paimon wonders how Citlali could be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room.
As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fatui voluntarily, or if he was coerced. Citlali is pretty eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as a leverage when I go talk with her.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Citlali is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Ororon situation. Good idea. This way we can get 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Ah, this is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Molly Poke Nietzsche. Then, yeah, I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Citlali can meet at the stadium in 2 days.
Sure, I'll head out right away. Take care out there, Kanich. I'll be heading back as well. There's still a few things I need to pack.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
I wonder if during the cutscenes they also won't have voice lines. That'd be kind of annoying if they didn't have voice lines even during the cutscenes. Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Does that just mean 2 days? I wish this clock went faster. It's quite slow. It is much faster than just waiting for time, though.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Xilonen. Let's ask her how things have been going.
Wait, what's this? Oh, this is their symbol, I think. The children of echoes.
Hey, Xilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Citlali did not reply to our request. Although, I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she
Doesn't
really
that mean
does have
she's-
quite the ego then.
Doesn't that mean she's defying the Pyro Archon, though?
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true. Let's go!
Go to the agreed location and wait for Citlali. Oh no. I almost fell there. In the Stadium of Sacred Flames. I wonder if the other languages have different... You arrive at the stadium of the Secret Flame. As expected, Citlali is not there.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
I wonder if different languages have all of the voice acting.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
You can tell, since she made you do an impossible
So even
task.
though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Citlali, right? Does she think she can ignore
Oh,
it?
she's right here.
You'll
Don't
talk
talk
about her
too
like she's some
loudly.
kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know.
She's
That's
right
what
here,
they do
Paimon.
best. Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Oh no.
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? Citlali.
Huh?
Wait, you're Citlali? You're Granny Citlali?
Yes, Granny Citlali. But emphasis on Citlali, not Granny.
She doesn't look that old.
Ah, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. The wise sage who looks like a little kid. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a trick either. See? I'm barely wearing any makeup.
Isn't this makeup? These purple things?
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyroarchon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it.
I'm sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age?
Paimon's gonna get beaten up.
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that your case seems really unique. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you were gonna leave us out to dry.
It was my idea to invite you here, Citlali. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's
She
letter
seems
and
like-
was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." Besides, just showing up is the most important part. No?
I guess that's true.
But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly was a bit awkward to see that everyone else had arrived before me. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me,
I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me.
This face again. Similar to the one that Kachina had. Also, I like how they do those sort of effects.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Also, was Paimon saying rude stuff, not us?
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Xilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Xilonen explains the Pyro Archon's request as well as the difficult...
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first.
Xilonen explains the Pyro Archon's request as well as the difficulties she's encountered.
And you've also heard all about Ororon. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
I like Citlali's hair. It's quite cool hair color. We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Ororon back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
What's she doing? Oh, it's this effect.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet, again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds.
What does this mean? You have braved them to find new worlds. Is it talking about how she goes to how the traveler goes to other worlds?
A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Is that Aranara? Excuse me, what is all that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh?
What?
What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo!
What was that?
That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Wait, how long have they been there? It's been quite a while since I've left the Night Kingdom.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a ghost come back with you?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Xilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Ororon back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands.
What, they've more power than the Wyobs?
The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain.
That's what I thought as well.
Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance.
How do we get into a
I'll
dream?
make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Ororon.
Or actually not going to find stuff this time.
The Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Ororon's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Is that Fatui?
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
But why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Natlan, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you two through all this trouble with me. But please help me get him back.
You can count on us.
All right,
So
then
we have
let's
to
start by
find
heading
the
to where
Fatui?
Ororon was seen last.
I thought that Ororon was the one working with the Fatui. But apparently he's been kidnapped by the Fatui. Where are we going? Oh, this is where that boss is. Will it just attack if I get close? They're playing music. A seemingly incomplete musical composition is stuck within the notebook. The following is written below. Thanks for your suggestions. After making the adjustments, the musical inflections have indeed become more vivacious. We haven't even met again since the last pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame, have we? Next time, let's drink some more fruit wine and jam out with some new songs. By that time, I suppose I'll be done with this one. I've seen people fighting this enemy, but they don't really seem like an enemy. They're just playing music with the animals. That's quite cute. I'm supposed to be down here?
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kamich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him? So why can I hear Paimon's thoughts? That's kinda weird how I can hear Paimon's thoughts.
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't seem like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Is that just a Natlan thing?
Here, give me your hand.
Or can only she see phlogiston trails? What has she done to us?
How about now?
What do you see?
I can see the trail now.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Why don't you just make it so I can see it forever?
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
Maybe that'll take too much of her power.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
They usually are.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
Over here, this way! Citlali might
I
say a
can
lot
see
of
it,
deep
Paimon.
stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Paimon's gonna keep insulting her.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns, but given the looks on their faces just now...
She's quite funny.
Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
No, she looks cool.
Huh?
I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind?
Was that Citlali's voice?
Wait, can we hear her thoughts? Seems Paimon heard the same voice. But she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Ah, it must be the side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So we can hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Citlali.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Does she not know that we can hear her thoughts? You bet, just leave it to us.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah, judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
What's wrong?
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Ororon was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him, fast.
How long ago was
Leaving
it?
Such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire.
She has a grandson?
No. I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
She must be quite old then. Even though she said she was young. Where is the symbol? Oh, is this it? This here? Was that just a shadow? Actually, I think that's just the shadow of the cooking pot. Where's the symbol then? Maybe they don't actually have it here. Maybe it was on those crates that I just broke. It looked like it was going up there.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
She can smell elements?
And each told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
Huh. It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Yeah, that's the first nice thing she said.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Citlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui, so given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later. Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. You little brat.
How far can we hear her thoughts?
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Citlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So the telepathy doesn't go both ways?
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Citlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
She seems like quite a cool character.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
Is Ororon gonna be up ahead? Wait, we're back here. There are traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Maybe he was teleported somewhere? Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also,
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind
wait,
from beneath the earth.
who's this? Is this Ororon? Huh? Whose voice was that just now? What is happening? Is there gonna be a cutscene? What is going on? Is this the Night Kingdom? How did I get here? Is that Ororon?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting
Yes,
has
I
to
think it
take
is.
place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind.
Is he really tall?
Hello, traveler. I'm Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
That's cool. He has the different colored eyes, like Farina. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Is that the captain?
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Capitano?
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So you're working together? What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone.
This is
I would like to avoid
cool.
any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
That was weird.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
I shouldn't mention anything.
Citlali! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. But should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Citlali right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or Masters of Nightwind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now, and see if I can find out anything else.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks everyone, I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a longer break. Ororon's words still echo in your mind. Meanwhile, Citlali continues to keep her eye...
Need to be more careful next time.
It goes way too fast. Even the situation remains quite urgent. You take a longer break with Paimon and Citlali. Ororon's words still echo in your mind. Meanwhile, Citlali continues to keep her eyes on you, and even performs another checkup. I wish those things went a bit slower.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
Alright, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
I can fight. So we've actually found where Ororon is now. I might do that in the next episode. This has started very interesting. And I've already met a lot of new characters. And Citlali seems cool. I might pull for her when she comes out. And I probably also go all my commissions. Yes, I did. I should claim these rewards. It's just up there so I can get to it easily. Also, it's interesting how Capitano might actually be good and not the villain. Maybe. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. And also, once I get 200 subscribers, then I'll do a special 200 subscriber celebration video. So if you want to see that, then you might want to subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.